The day my ex-wife walked into the wedding hall wearing a white dress, I thought my heart had finally accepted losing her. I was only there to say goodbye. But then, she looked at me from across the room, walked closer, and whispered the one sentence that changed everything. "Do you want to relive our memories?" For a moment, the world stopped, because 3 years ago, she was the woman I promised to love forever. Her name was Emma. We weren't rich, we didn't have a perfect life, but we had something most people spend their whole lives searching for. We had each other. We'd laughed over burnt dinners, danced in our tiny apartment, and dreamed about a future we thought would never end. Until one mistake broke everything. I became too busy chasing success, and she became tired of feeling alone. One night she packed her bags. She didn't scream. She didn't cry. She just looked at me and said, "I miss the man I fell in love with." And then she left. I spent months regretting every moment I ignored her, every call I didn't answer, every time I chose work over her. But life moved on. I heard she met someone else, a successful man, a man who could give her everything I couldn't. So when I received her wedding invitation, I forced myself to smile. I told myself, she deserves happiness, even if it's not with me. But standing there at her wedding, seeing her smile at another man, I realized something. I never stopped loving her. Then she came to me. Her eyes were full of tears. "Before I marry him," she said softly, "I need to know something." I looked at her, confused. "Do you ever miss us?" I couldn't lie. "Yes." She looked down. "Me too." Then she handed me a small box. Inside were old photos, our first movie ticket, and a note I wrote her years ago. "I kept these because I was trying to forget you, but I never could." My heart broke, because I knew she was standing between two choices, a new future and an old love that never truly died. But then I asked the question I had been afraid to ask. "Emma, if you still love me, why are you marrying him?" She looked at the wedding dress she was wearing, and she whispered, "Because I thought you were never coming back." Those words hit harder than anything. I realized we weren't separated because love disappeared. We were separated because pride, silence, and mistakes became louder than our feelings. But some memories don't fade. Some people leave your life, but never leave your heart. That day, Emma had a choice to make, and so did I. Because sometimes the hardest thing isn't losing someone you love. It's realizing you might have lost them because you didn't fight hard enough. Would you forgive your first love if they came back after years? Tell us your thoughts, and subscribe for more emotional stories that remind us love is never simple.